Many men mistype as Sigma males, but your chances of actually meeting a genuine Sigma are pretty slim. The Sigma male is an enigma, and there are only a few of them around. But if you do happen to find yourself with a Sigma man, you'll know it. There are some things that only Sigma males will understand. This includes everything from the way they think to the things they love. There are specific personality traits that are common among Sigma males, and if you're one, you'll definitely relate to the following 7 things. 1. Routine jobs make you feel bored and unhappy. As a Sigma male, you're not one to be tied down by a mundane job. You need to be creative and constantly on the move in order to be happy. Routine jobs just don't do it for you. You need something that challenges you mentally and physically. You need room to explore new ideas, theories, and possibilities, while you can be very focused on your specific goal or vision. You dislike repeating the same process, or focusing on something that's already been done before. You're not one to shy away from a challenge, and you're excited by the prospect of new opportunities. Routine jobs just don't offer that kind of stimulation. They make you feel bored and unhappy. 2. You think differently than other people. You see things in a different light, and that's what makes you so unique. Other people may not understand your way of thinking, but that's okay. You're comfortable in your own skin. As a Sigma male, you're not content with following the status quo. You're always looking for new ways to do things, and you refuse to stick to the same old routine. You have your own unique way of thinking, and it's not always in line with what everyone else is thinking. You're not afraid to think outside the box, and you often come up with innovative ideas that set you apart from the rest. Your thinking process is what makes you successful, and you're not afraid to stand up for your beliefs. 3. You see patterns that others cannot see. You have an uncanny ability to see patterns that others cannot see. You're able to connect the dots and find solutions to problems that others simply cannot do. Your thinking process is very analytical and logical, and you're able to see the big picture. You're not content with just looking at the surface level, you want to dive deep and find the root of the problem. This is what makes you a great problem solver, and a valuable asset to any team. You are driven by inner visions and symbols, and you have a strong intuition that others may not always understand. You see symbolic imagery and meaning in some of the most mundane everyday activities. You try to peer behind the scenes to see what hidden meaning is lurking there. This ability often puts you ahead of the curve, and you're often able to explain things that others cannot. This is a valuable skill, and it's what makes you stand out from the rest. People often wonder how you do it and what your source of knowledge is. 4. You are not the cold person everyone talks about. Contrary to popular belief, Sigma males are not the cold and distant people that everyone talks about. In fact, you're actually a very warm and caring person. You just don't always show it. You probably feel things more deeply than people realize, but you keep your feelings and emotions close to the chest, and don't share them readily with anyone who hasn't gained your absolute trust. You're a very caring person, but you don't always express it in traditional ways. You may be quiet and reserved, but that doesn't mean you don't care about the people around you. You just have a different way of showing it. You are often misunderstood because you're not the average guy. You're not the type to show your emotions freely, but that doesn't mean you don't have any. In fact, you often have very strong emotions, you're just not always comfortable showing them. 5. You jump forward in time, then work your way back. You often have thoughts and visions that take you to the future. You're able to see the possibilities, and you often work your way backward to figure out how to get there. You're not content with just living in the present, you want to know what the future holds. This makes you a creative individual, and someone who is always looking ahead. You're always planning for the future, and you often have a plan B and C just in case things don't go as planned. Sometimes this can mean you lose touch with the details of the present moment, but you also have a strong assurance of how things will play out and what is most likely to happen. This makes you an excellent predictor of future events, and someone who is often able to avoid problems before they even happen. Your ability to see the future often puts you in a leadership position, and people often look to you for guidance. They know that you have a clear vision and you're not afraid to take risks. 6. You are extremely individualistic. You often march to the beat of your own drum. You have a strong sense of who you are, and you're not afraid to stand up for what you believe in. You don't always fit into traditional molds, and you often defy conventions. You're also very independent, and you often don't need anyone else's approval. You're able to make your own decisions, and you often chart your own course in life. You have a strong sense of self-identity, and you're not afraid to be different. You and your vision are intrinsically linked, and while many people may not understand exactly how you process information, you still hold to that vision with intense determination. You care less what society says is acceptable, and care much more about where your intuition is guiding you. Sometimes this can be a lonely road, but it's also one that leads to great personal growth. You're not afraid to blaze your own path in life, and you often end up setting the trends for others to follow. This is also what makes you a highly influential individual. 7. You cannot stand inefficiency. You are good at managing your time and know how to get things done in an efficient and organized way. You often have a no-nonsense attitude, and can be impatient with those who do not operate in an organized manner. You believe in systems and processes, and you often try to find ways to streamline things. You get angry when people are lazy and procrastinate. You also get angry when people let their emotions get in the way of finishing a project. You often take a logical approach to things, trying to remove all emotion from the equation. This can make you seem unemotional or uncaring, but it's really just your way of trying to find solutions to problems. You want to see things done in an orderly and rational manner, and you often have a hard time dealing with anything that is not. This is what makes you a highly productive individual, and someone who is often able to get things done quickly and efficiently.